It's time to escape the cage. I'm your host, Rotten Ronnie, and he's back. My co-host, the MADD, Mad Matt.
Yeah, so sorry for my absence. I just took my face out of some titties, and I'm now back on the show.
He's ready to go. And this is episode 8. If you want to tell us how bad we suck, you can send us a tweet at escapethecage31 or shoot an email to escapethecagepodcast@gmail.com. Today's podcast is brought to you by by NXT TakeOver, because WrestleMania sucks this year.
Fucking sucks.
And so let's get into it, Matt. What do you got going on, man? I know you've been out for a couple weeks. What do you think of the current situation? I mean, do you have any frustrations to get out, or?
I'm actually a little relieved. I'll tell you why. Because I actually really wanted to go to WrestleMania this year, spend like $2,000, fly to Dallas. But then I started to see the card, and I'm so happy I did not do that.
No shit, right?
You know, definitely not like when we went to the one in New Orleans, because that was off the chain. But yeah,
For WrestleMania 30.
There's really nothing to look forward to for WrestleMania. I mean, there's a couple Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose, which shouldn't even be at WrestleMania. It should have been Brock and Wyatt, and Ambrose should have been the title shot. I think Shane and Undertaker will be interesting, though. I mean, it'll be nice to see Shane McMahon do some crazy shit. So
yeah, it's pretty much like the second match that everyone seems to be looking forward to is the Shane and Undertaker, because it adds a little bit of unpredictability as far as that goes.
I think what's really funny is that the third is the Divas match.
No shit, huh? Right? Well, finally the fucking Divas are getting, finally they're actually working their way up the card, and they're not the bathroom break match.
Yeah, it's Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Little Nate, right?
Little Nate, Miss Charlotte,
Nate.
yeah. And
Little Ric Flair.
Yeah, today we're going to be a little loose and light. We're going to go over WrestleMania and NXT TakeOver, maybe go over a little bit of some of the events that happened in the couple weeks of wrestling, or this week of wrestling. As far as the pay-per-views coming up, we have NXT TakeOver on Friday.
Fuck yeah.
And that seems to be a pretty solid card. I'll just go through it real fast. You've got Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe for the NXT title.
Gonna be dope.
No shit, huh? That's going to be some indie...
That's going to be
some solid
sick
wrestling, dude.
As long as Joe don't pull a Tyson Kidd, we're good.
I know, right? As long as he doesn't break Finn Balor's neck, I mean, we might be good to go. Then we got Bayley versus Asuka for the Divas title, or for the NXT Women's title.
Hey, did I tell you that I actually plan on proposing to Bayley?
Oh, really? How are you going to do that?
I haven't thought about it yet, but man, I'm in love with her. She's just like the nicest, purest, sweetest girl.
Yeah?
Like, she could actually take the player out of me and make me settle down.
Dude, that's a pretty big statement.
I love her.
We need to maybe reach out to Bayley, let her know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're into fitness, you work out. She's into fitness, she works out. She's a wrestler.
Yeah, I bury my face in her butt every night. It'd be great.
Dude, you got it.
Love her.
You got it, brother. So why don't we work on that? Let's reach out to Bayley. Let's hook you guys up.
Love you, Bayley.
I think it'd be a great. I think it'd be a great match.
I'm semi-attractive too, like a 6.
Like a 6?
Maybe a 7.
7?
Depending on how much I'm working out that week.
It's episode 8. Why don't you give her an 8?
No, she's like a 12.
Oh, she's a 12. Oh, you're talking about your attraction level. Okay.
Yeah, no, I can't give myself like a high number. No, Bailey's
Bailey's
like a 13 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, no, that makes more sense now. I see where you're going from with that.
I'll get all those wacky inflatable things, and it'll be great.
No, what about Asuka?
Asuka.
She too scary for you?
Asuka scares the shit out of me.
No shit, huh?
No, Asuka's the shit, though.
I guess she actually knocked Emma out at a live event.
Well,
just recently.
I actually used to be in love with Emma, and then no, we're not anymore.
Yeah, I guess Emma's on the main roster now.
Is
I guess
she back?
They formed a faction. You were saying that you didn't watch.
I didn't watch the end
of Raw.
I know, I'm a shit wrestling fan.
Jumping around, but I guess at the end of Raw, I guess the Divas have formed a bigger faction. So now there is Team Total Divas, which consists.
Stop it.
I'm serious. Which consists.
This is a joke, right? Are you fucking with me?
You got Paige, Natalia, Alicia Fox, Brie Bella, and then guess who the mystery partner was?
Who?
She gets almost as much booze as Roman Reigns.
Nikki?
All red.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. She's on Raw?
She showed up on Raw to a sea of booze.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She's on Team Total Divas. And even
Did Paige get cheered at least?
Paige, everyone else, see, when the original Total Divas team came out, they got cheered. But then when it was set up to where there was going to be a mystery partner for Team Total Divas, because the other faction is now Bad and Blonde, which is Naomi, Tamina, Summer Rae. Who's the other blonde broads? I'm missing somebody.
Summer Rae, Emma.
Yeah, Emma, and there's a fifth that I'm missing. Okay, let me do it again. So Naomi, Tamina, Summer Rae,
Is it black and blonde? You said
Yeah, or bad and blonde.
It's not black and
Yeah, well,
blonde?
they can't. It's too. I think that's too.
too racist.
Yeah, too racist.
Hey, do you realize it's WrestleMania, not Survivor Series, right?
Right. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. But I guess they're going to be in a match.
At
Who the fuck
WrestleMania?
is the fifth? Guess it must not be that important because I
Hey,
can't fucking remember.
Wait, is this going to be a Mania?
Yeah.
So wait a second. Wait, hold the phone.
Hold
So-
the phone.
So you're telling me right now, is Eva Marie prepared for? I don't think they're going to break 100,000 with a shitty card, but at least 80 to 90,000 people booing her. Is she prepared for that? Okay, I have an idea. Everyone we should all get a bunch of emails together, and we should place bets, and the winner will send a DVD to. If you can guess how many spots Eva Marie's going to botch during the match.
That's actually awesome. That's perfect.
That's a good idea, right?
Yeah, dude. That's
Right
actually
off the fly. That's why Mad Matt's here.
set up betting odds on Eva Marie's botches,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe we could put them against Roman Reigns' botches, and then maybe see. They should be like a couple.
That'd be some
Like
crazy.
like she could be like his manager, and that'd be the most. They got the biggest heat.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who do you think has more heat?
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Eva Marie, they don't. Well, Roman Reigns for sure. Eva Marie is just in an unfortunate position because they exposed too much of her on Total Divas.
Yeah.
And I think because she was around. I mean, she had been around for a few years, and she sucked, but nobody was aware that she sucked because all the other divas sucked.
Here's one thing that no one else is aware. She actually swallows too.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Shit! So yeah, I mean, I don't know if she'll be able to handle that stress of 80 some odd thousand people booing her. The only positive on that is if she blows her head off at WrestleMania, you won't be able to tell because of the red hair.
That's a good answer. That's a good
So it
point.
won't be too violent backstage.
Okay. That's a
so-
terrible match, by the way. Great job, WWE. Can you get a round of
seriously.
applause here? That is fucking great booking.
Yeah, no shit.
This really shows how they don't know how to do anything when people are injured.
Yeah, I actually have a clip I'll play. I played it on one of the other shows, but it's not like anybody listens, so I'll play it again on this
Hey,
show.
how many? Didn't we have like 170 viewers or something?
We had
listeners?
we had like close to 200 listeners last time.
And the average listen time is
45 minutes.
45
And we do an hour
minutes.
show.
Just look at that.
Yeah. So we're getting there. So we went the Bailey Asuka. Matt's afraid of Asuka, and he wants Bailey. And then
In my bed,
there you go.
and my face in her,
Where?
vagina.
Okay. And then you said ask before, so I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
So
Both.
then
You start at the butt, and then you work your way to the vagina.
I see.
Okay, keep going.
So then the next match on the card is Sami Zayn versus the man Shinsuke Nakamura.
That match is gonna be off the fucking chart.
Yeah, so far this card is better than WrestleMania.
Just
and I'm
those
only
two
on the third
matches.
match.
Just those three matches right there. Hey, now did they wrestle back in the day when he was under now there was another wrestler. Didn't he wrestle this guy named El Generico back in the day?
I'm actually not. I'm not 100% sure
I'm
if
not
they crossed
100% either.
paths. I don't think they did because I think he was out of Ring of Honor when New Japan was doing their cross promotion.
Okay.
I think but I'm not going to say no.
'Cause
If any
there's
fans know, comment and tell us we're stupid.
Yeah, there's this weird resemblance. I don't know. Every time I see Sami Zayn, I get reminded of El Generico. I don't think that they have anything in common. Though.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's weird, yeah.
Same thing happens to me when I see Mr. America.
Yeah.
I think it's Hulk Hogan, but because they have somewhat of a resemblance.
There's no way it could be the Hulk
But
Hogan.
it couldn't
He's
be.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan's Hulk
doesn't wear a
Hogan.
mask.
He's not Mr. America.
Hey, speaking of Hulk Hogan, money, money, money.
He's the new $1 million man. Yeah,
We'll dive into that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll get into the Hogan
All right,
getting his sex
so,
money.
Back to NXT.
So we got, like I said, Sami Zayn versus the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, which is going to be his debut match in NXT, which is going to blow the fucking roof off the place.
Now, what are they in? Like a building that holds like 15,000, 20,000 people?
Yeah, they're in a convention center, so it'll be a little bit bigger of an audience. They're
Bigger is better.
Yeah. So, do you think they'll let him do his strong style? NXT's been a lot more lenient. I mean, they're letting Asuka do her strong style wrestling.
Asuka's sick too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think they will for sure.
That'd be amazing if they do.
That's what happens. Triple H run something.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. Vince McMahon step down and let Triple H or Shane take it over.
Something. And then the next match on the list is Apollo Crews versus Elias Sampson.
Who's Elias Sampson?
I'm not too familiar with him. He's on the NXT roster, but I think that's just pretty much. I mean, it's a card filler, but it's still going to be a good match.
Oh yeah, Apollo Crews is sick. Hey, real quick, but it's still NXT related. Did you remember that? Remember that Tough Enough show that they had? You know that guy ZZ?
Yes.
He actually made his NXT debut.
How was it? Did you see it? Anything?
I didn't see anything. I just saw something online that he made it. I don't know if it probably hasn't aired yet.
Yeah, they said something about him losing a bunch of weight, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, he seemed like kind of a goof, but You never know. I mean,
He's kind of cool.
they got to break those guys down in the
He's
training
young,
process.
too. He's like, what, like 19 or 20?
Yeah. So they have. I think he might turn into. Just from what I saw on Tough Enough, he probably might turn into a
Skinner.
Skinner too. Maybe like a good like goofball character, like a maybe even like a backstage personality. I think he's got a good personality, and he's got like a good. I don't want to say heart because I don't know the guy, but
He seems like a genuine, like, good person.
Yeah.
Like, raised in the South, wrestled alligators.
He was pretty straightforward on the show.
Guy,
a little bit of an
Mommy's
alcoholic,
boy.
but yeah.
All right. So what else we got?
And then we got a match I'm actually looking forward to is the Revival, which is Dash and Dawson versus American Alpha.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that
sick.
right there is tag team wrestling right now. There's
Absolutely.
nothing better in WWE tag team wrestling than those four guys.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, hands down, don't even need to make another comment
Nope.
on that. And then you got Baron Corbin versus Double A Austin Aries.
That's going to be... Here's the thing.
A little bit of a mismatch.
Now, don't be wrong. Austin Aries can work with anyone.
Yeah.
Austin Aries is the shit. Baron Corbin, I think he's improved a little bit.
Totally.
But he's not... I think Austin Aries will make him look good.
Yeah, Austin Aries, I think that maybe that could be part of the situation. Maybe they want Austin Aries to make Baron Corbin look a little better. I maybe would have put him in with a smaller guy so they could maybe go at it and just show off some high-flying stuff. But, still going to be good. So that's basically NXT TakeOver Dallas.
So what's their names aren't wrestling? Colin Cassidy and Enzo Amore? They're not on the card?
No, not the card that I have.
That's crazy. Oh, I bet they'll probably be on like an NXT show. You know how they did the one for SummerSlam?
Oh, yeah.
And then the next day they also had like the NXT from that same area, so they'll probably be on it, just not on the TakeOver pay-per-view.
Yeah, they may face... I could see them maybe fighting the Vaudevillains.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Because Enzo Amore would get super huge pop out there.
Yeah, why isn't Enzo on? I mean, unless I'm missing something. Again, I could be completely missing something. Comment on Twitter or send me a tweet. Tell me I'm retarded if I missed something.
Say something. Bada boom, realest podcast in the room.
How you doing?
I just did that.
He did it. He dropped it. So that's Friday. That's this coming Friday. NXT TakeOver Dallas. And, I mean, this is Triple H run. This is Triple H promoted. This looks like a solid card to me.
It's already better than WrestleMania with like one match.
Yeah. So with that, is there anything you got as far as NXT? Any comments you want to make or any?
No, I'm just really looking forward. I think it's going to be a really, really good card. It just goes to show that, when something's ran the right way, I mean, people get excited about it, I mean, no one's excited for WrestleMania. That's
a key comment, Matt, when something's ran the right way. You made a very good point.
Did you see, I saw on social media that they're actually hiring writers right now.
I did. I think
I'm going to apply. You know what we should really do? This is what we're going to do. We're going to sit down. We're going to write down a story, like a bunch of storylines for the next 4 months, and then we're going to send it to them with our resume. And that's why they should hire us.
Oh, there you go. Oh, actually, speaking of that, before we go into WrestleMania talk, speaking of writers, I have a interview with a former writer.
Ooh, an interview.
Did you know that actor Freddie Prinze Jr. was a head writer for Raw?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yes.
When was this?
I guess he's been a head writer for Raw for a long time.
Dude, I just had an epiphany.
Give it to me.
That's why Raw sucks.
Oh, you're putting it on the Prinze?
What the fuck does Freddie Prinze fucking Jr. know about wrestling?
Well, here's the interview. Here we got. So, this is an interview with GQ. Former WWE creative team member Freddie Prinze Jr. had a lot to say about his days in the company. So GQ asked him, explain how you actually write and plan for a show, especially in the lead up to a major event like WrestleMania. And this was his response. This is Freddie Prinze Jr.'s response. Quote, our writers would sit down and anyone had the right to pitch anything. If it was ridiculous, it would get shut down really, really hard. At that point, you learn to start smaller and build your way up, or you'll just stop pitching and be out of the company in 3 to 4 months. But say we want to give Kevin Owens a run at the championship and let him go over at WrestleMania. We would plan for that moment and then work backwards on how to get there. How he's going to get under his opponent's skin, how he's going to earn or hustle his way to the title shot, what matches will he have leading up to the final moment, what types of interactions he will have, etc. Then the agents figure out what will happen in the matches. He says the writers have absolutely nothing to do with the actual matches. This is where the agents get involved. So as we build the story up, I would write these segments out in advance. Now, he says that he would write out full-out scripted dialogue. So this actually could be where that came from, because WWE didn't used to do that. They used to actually stay away from scripted promos because it made them look bad. And
That's what Stone Cold Steve Austin always talks about on his podcast. You give them the topic, and then you let them run with it. Look, if they can't talk, they shouldn't be in the wrestling business.
True words, brother.
Straight up, brother.
So he would write out full-out dialogue. He says not everyone would do that, but I would really. So I mean, he's actually taking responsibility for it right here. He would write out full-out dialogue. Not everyone would do that, but I would really try to paint a full picture, because what I was pitching was weird stuff, even for wrestling. So we would go through the process, and then we'd pitch it to the boss, Mr. McMahon. There aren't many corporations where you get access to your boss on a daily basis, and not just your boss, but the boss of bosses. We would pitch him our ideas, and then he would tell us right in the room whether to go back to the drawing board or to run it. So therefore, he's basically saying that you have a team full of writers, let's say like 30 people, sitting in a room, pitching ideas, no matter what they are.
Are they catching too?
Yeah, probably. And the one person, and then it goes through a one-person filter, which is Vince McMahon.
That's insane.
Does that sound like a creative process to you?
That sounds fucking retarded.
I mean, you have 30 people working, and I mean, and then imagine the exhaustion that they go through. Whereas, let's say you're a pitch man, like us right here. Like, you know how we sit there and we go, man, we got great ideas. So let's say you're that enthused for an idea, and you're like, fuck yeah, this is gonna go over. This is gonna do it. And then you pitch it to Vince McMahon, and he shoots you down, and not just shoots you down, but says it's stupid. And and yeah, it's the greatest idea in the world. What do you do as a writer then? Do you quit?
Does he tell you why though? I think he tells you why, though.
Vince McMahon kind of walks around as God. Let's see.
The god of hand jobs.
He says, say Vince, well, I'll go on. It says, say Vince green lights the idea. How does it go from an idea at the office to being on TV? Once you get to TV, it becomes a different pitch process. Now the script is more complete. We're told how much time we have for specific matches and for the segments. Now it's almost like round robin, where everyone in the room has a say. The writers, agents, people behind the cameras, everyone gets their words in there, and Vince considers what everyone is saying and gives the final yay or nay. Once he says yes, then the writers need to hustle to link up with the wrestlers. I would always email at least a rough draft to the wrestlers early and say, a lot of the stuff is probably going to change, but it's live TV.
I think I figured out what ruined wrestling.
Give it to me.
Email.
You think so?
Email ruined wrestling.
Lack of personal interaction.
Yep.
And then I also have a clip to play, since we're talking about writers.
Oh, we got a clip.
I got a clip from Corny, from Mr. Jim Cornette. What are your feelings on Jim Cornette? Some people hate him, some people love him.
Oh, man, one of the greatest minds in the business.
That's what I would say, too.
Jim
I mean, yeah,
Cornette.
sometimes he says some things that are a little like, what the fuck, but...
See, Jim Cornette was so good, though, because... I'm going to take a sip of my soda here real quick.
Do it. What are you drinking? Or no?
Coca-Cola.
Fuck it. And so...
But here's real quick before you play that. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Jim Cornette. Here's what I liked about Jim Cornette, because when I was a kid, I hated him.
No shit.
Remember, he was with Yokozuna, and I hated Yokozuna.
With the fucking tennis racket?
Yeah, and like whenever he get his ass whipped, I was always like, oh my god, But and then whenever he was really good heel.
Yeah, I hated him. Him and Brother Love.
Yeah,
I couldn't stand Brother Love.
You know what reminds me? You know what? Whenever I think of Jim Cornette, for some reason, I always think of the Survivor Series where he had like the Heavenly Bodies fight the Rock and Roll Express for like the Smoky Mountain thing.
Yeah,
and it always weirded me out. It's like, wait, why is Smoky Mountain titles being defended at Survivor Series?
I think that's right when Smoky Mountain was going out of business.
Yeah,
is what was going on, because they tried to bring this, because for a minute Smoky Mountain was actually shown right before ECW on the local channel.
Did you see when Jim Cornette fell off the scaffold and broke both of his legs?
Yeah, busted his fucking... Yeah, I guess he fucked up his knees permanently from that.
Yeah.
And then, so here's a clip. Do you know who Kevin Dunn is? I know you should.
Of course I know who Kevin Dunn is.
Most of the fans may not know who Kevin Dunn is. Kevin Dunn is like Vince McMahon too, only maybe a little bit worse.
Yep.
So most people don't know that Kevin Dunn is actually responsible for a lot of the bullshit that goes on as far as the TV process goes. And Kevin Dunn is actually one of the main guys that hates the word wrestling and doesn't want to be associated with wrestling. And this clip may clear that up a little bit. This is from a while ago. He's talking about an event that happened in '97. I know you'll remember this, but just apply what he's talking about to today, and it'll all make sense, because you'll see that it's no different.
I said, guys, I don't understand why we're doing this, in this way to the Patriot. He's going to get shit on. He's going to get beat. He's not looking good. Why the fuck
Do you remember when the Patriot came in, Del Wilkins?
Yep.
And he was a wrestler. He came from Japan. The gimmick worked really well in Japan, and they brought him over to get heat against the to work against the Hart Foundation.
He was there for what, like 2 months?
Well,
I said, guys, I don't understand why we're doing this, in this way to the Patriot. He's going to get shit on. He's going to get beat. He's not looking good. Why the fuck are we burying this new top babyface? And then they start going to the Sable T-shirt spot. And I keep bringing it back because I just want somebody, A, to resolve this, and B, give me one good reason why we have to bury the fucking guy. But they keep changing fucking topics to the T-shirt spot or Sable or whatever the fuck. And so finally I said, well, I'm still wondering about the Patriot. And Kevin Dunn goes, Jim, I find you tiresome. I looked at him, I said, you know what I'm tired of, motherfucker? I'm tired of them Bucky Beaver fucking teeth of yours. And I stand up and I say, and I'm going to pull you across this goddamn table, beat the fuck out of you, which, folks, I'm not Ken Shamrock. I'm not Randy the Natural Couture, but I can whip Kevin Dunn, especially in those days because I was younger and had better knees. And as that happens, everybody starts laughing as like the guy's going to stand up and say something and it's a joke, right? And everybody starts laughing except for Jim Ross, who knew that I was really about to grab Kevin Dunn and pull him over the guy because I just snapped. I was fucking done. And Jared's like, no. I said, no, fuck this fucking shit. When you guys want to talk about some fucking wrestling, come get me. I'll be in my fucking room. And I left and goddamn went up to my fucking room and sat there for another fucking week or another day, seemed like a week, before the goddamn show. And I got out of production meetings with Kevin Dunn for 3 weeks because he didn't want to be in the same room with me. And then it came to Jim from Vince McMahon. You've got to apologize to Kevin Dunn. He's a very important member of the team here. His father once saved the fucking TV tapes from his burning car trunk or whatever. So Kevin's got a job for life. So Kevin Dunn comes over to Vince's house and we sit just the two of us. Vince leaves us alone in Vince's dining room. And as I'm first and only time I have ever apologized to anybody when I didn't mean it. But at the same time, goddamn this fucking guy, he treated me like I was a guy that ran the Ferris wheel at the county fair. Ever since I'd fucking been there, the wrestling thing and the southern thing and the northern thing, and I was about fed up with this motherfucker. But Vince demanded it. Vince wanted me to. I work here, so I'm going to apologize to the guy. The fucking guy starts crying. But you don't understand, the kids in school, I was always teased about my and he started tears, I swear to God, on my mother's grave. Kevin Dunn cried while I was apologizing to him about knocking his Bucky Beaver fucking teeth that everybody talks about behind his back. And he was crying because the kids used to tease him in school, and he was, how could I be mad at the guy when he's crying at me? But at the same time, motherfucker, especially now since you make $2 or $3 million a year since the stock scam, get your fucking teeth fixed.
See, the most important thing right there was stock scam.
yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy. See, they never should have gone public. That's what ruined wrestling.
Yeah, I think. He's kind of suggesting that they had a little bit of a scam going on, where basically they sold off part of the company while certain internal members just able to make millions of dollars off the deal.
So it usually happens when you have a stock release.
Exactly. So I mean, if you get an idea about what he's taking and what he's talking about, and you apply that to today, you'll see. Well, I mean, at least to me, it makes sense why people like Roman Reigns are getting a push, whereas people with talent are kind of being buried. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Roman has nice titties, apparently.
Yeah, apparently he's on the par with Sable.
He does kind of look like Sable, like a buff version.
He is a pretty man.
Yeah,
real
pretty.
And so I think he's a bitch. But did they?
What were we talking about before the show started?
Oh.
You were telling me that Roman Reigns was talking shit about grown men.
Yeah, apparently, if in Roman Reigns' eyes, if you're a grown man and you watch wrestling, he doesn't like you. Apparently, so there was an interview recently with Brian Fritz. He talked to Roman Reigns and he asked him, "Why do you think you're still getting the negative reaction from some people? It seems like most of the vocal people are mostly guys." And Roman's answer was, "That's about what it's worth." But his answer was, I think there's a few different reasons why. You can name a bunch of them. I don't think we could actually put a finger on one and say this is the reason why. Well, yeah, because you suck. Typically, if you hear the boos, it is generally grown men my age, and I'm not really in the business for the grown men, as he laughs. It actually says that. I'm in the business for the families. That's what we are. We're a PG product. We're a family-based product. We're here to entertain families and give them said enjoyment.
Such bullshit.
If you're a 30-year-old man and you want to flip me off at a kid's show, then hey, like I said, you paid your money, but just be careful because you're going to get kicked out.
Now, do you think when he did this interview, his panties were straight or they're in a knot?
I think they were probably in a knot. He maybe he buys from the same area.
Was it that
CM
time
Punk
of the month
does.
for him, or?
It could have been. I mean,
Better watch out. You might get arrested or kicked out.
I mean, no shit, right? I mean, how much? I mean, what redeeming quality is there in him that would make him?
What 30-year-old man threatens that they're going to get kicked out for flicking him off?
Seriously.
Who does that?
Seriously.
Like, I'll flick his fucking ass off.
If anything, it kind of shows me that him, and if that's what the company's philosophy is, they're just delusional.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Oh, you want to hear another delusional statement?
Yep.
And this goes back to the Eva Marie thing. This you're gonna laugh.
Eva Marie, my sexy butt.
Speaking of delusion, this is a statement Eva Marie made on Total Divas.
Oh God, here it comes.
Marie looks extremely determined early on here and extremely aggressive.
The energy in here is out of control. I'm very much the bad guy, and I'm.
She's talking about the time when she debuted on NXT to a sea of booze. You remember that?
Oh yeah. And by the way, she still gets to see a booze.
Extremely determined early on here and extremely aggressive.
The energy in here is out of control. I'm very much the bad guy, and I'm loving it. The type of heat that I get is insane. Everybody's on their feet. I have them entertained at this moment. And I
She just
feel
said that
this
she
is
has
where I'm
people
supposed to be.
entertained. Yes, she has people entertained. Oh my God, get the fuck out of here. First of all, Eva Marie, that is not heat. That is not cheap heat.
That's hatred.
That is just you fucking suck booze. Those
Yeah.
aren't you're being a good bad guy. That is just you're so fucking terrible they boo the shit out of you. That's like Vicky Guerrero.
That's Vicky Guerrero heat.
That's like Vicky Guerrero heat. Dude, we should trademark that shit.
Vicky Guerrero heat.
Vicky Guerrero heat, because nobody liked Vicky Guerrero.
Trademarked.
Vicky Guerrero heat.
You heard it here on Escape the Cage. By the way, shoot us a tweet, escapethecage31, or send us an email at escapethecagepodcast@gmail.com and let us know what you're thinking.
And we're on SoundCloud and like YouTube too.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
If you want to listen to us, our most recent shows are on SoundCloud, and then our archives are on YouTube because we're cheap and we don't want to pay for hosting services. So they let us do it for free. And then the next thing we got going on for this WrestleMania week is the Hall of Fame. So I'll be honest, I'm not. I mean, I think the Hall of Fame was cooler back in the day when it was more like when they did the Slammies and the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. I think nowadays it's kind of. I mean, really, the Hall of Fame only exists in Vince McMahon's mind. You know, I mean, there's no physical Hall of Fame. You know, they get a ring. You know, Sunny was just pawning off supposedly her ring to a pawn
right.
shop. So I mean, these people don't. A lot of these people don't give
All
a
right, Ronnie,
shit.
I have an idea. So you're going to name a Hall of Fame person, and I'm going to give a one-word answer of what I think about them.
Great job. Great.
Go.
All right. Sting.
Great.
Godfather.
Cool.
And don't worry about taking a minute because I want you to give a solid answer
Okay.
for these guys. Big Boss Man.
Finally.
Jacqueline.
Huh?
Miss Jackie. Miss
That
Black
was
Titties.
that was my one-word.
Okay, that was your one. Okay. Fabulous Freebirds.
Great. Awesome.
Stan
Cool.
Hansen.
No, I have to.
Oh, you're going for each one.
Yeah. Great. Awesome. Cool.
Stan Hansen.
Now, I can't give a one-word answer for Stan Hansen. Stan Hansen, I kind of got to talk about here for a second because a lot of people don't know who Stan Hansen is.
Tell
but
him.
I will say, I'm going to say awesome. Stan Hansen was one of the top guys in Japan, and he was an American dude who went to Japan, is where he did most of his career. He actually wrestled for some of the WWE like world tours. They used to do those videotapes, and actually had some good, solid matches with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That I've seen. And Stan Hansen originated the clothesline from hell. Like he was known.
That was his move.
Yeah, that's where JBL got it from, and all that. So.
Yeah, and he did the rugged cowboy thing. He always had the dip like dripping from his mouth and I'm gonna get you.
Speaking of dip.
Oh, Matt's dipping. It's about halfway into the show. Matt's dipping.
Oh no, I already had one.
He's okay.
Yeah.
He's just hitting it up.
I'm putting my mic down for a second.
Too bad we can't. There's nothing micable about you putting dip in your.
Hey, I wonder if it sounds weird when I'm putting my dip in and talking to the mic while it's on the table. Okay, who else we got?
All right, and then the last one is the celebrity induction of the D-O-double-G Snoop Dogg.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
What do you think about that?
I mean, here's my personal opinion. I don't think celebrities should really be in the Hall of Fame. Like, I mean, if they had, like, a really major role, I mean, maybe. But here's what I don't get. Wrestlers work their entire lives, their entire careers, to get into the Hall of Fame.
They risk their bodies.
Their bodies, their lives. And then you can just be a fucking celebrity, and then because of all the work you've done in the acting world, you know what I mean? Like movies or music or whatever.
In the entertainment, yeah.
Yeah, you can have one match or maybe like a couple times on camera on wrestling, and then all of a sudden you're in the fucking Hall of Fame. What the hell did Snoop Dogg do? He pushed Chavo Guerrero over a fucking hornswoggle, now he's in the Hall of Fame?
Seriously.
What the fuck? Can I go
Yeah.
get famous and just go show up as Stephen Amell next? Is he going in next year?
Eventually, he probably will be.
That's retarded. I mean, like, Drew Carey, he was in the fucking Royal Rumble for a second, you know.
What about Bob, I totally forgot his fucking name.
Mike Tyson?
Not Bob Barker. He did the rest shit for WrestleMania
Pete Rose?
5. Fuck.
Oh, I know you're
He was a
talking about.
baseball announcer that was on
Bob
Uecker.
Uecker.
Yeah. What about? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Bob Uecker is a little bit different, though. Because Bob Uecker, at least, he was at the whole event and did, like, a whole thing.
Yeah.
And, like, he was actually knowledgeable.
A guest
about it,
announcer,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And he wasn't bad.
He got in character and everything.
You
He
know,
let
he
it
did
go.
it for, like, a few years, too. He did it. He was at WrestleMania 3, I think, too.
Yep.
You know, I think, and 4.
I think he might have been at 2.
I think so.
Or was there maybe, I don't know. Like, again, let us know. And then the Warrior Award is going to Joan London for her battle with breast cancer.
I mean,
No dissing to anybody with breast cancer.
All right, no
first of
dissing
all.
to anyone with breast cancer. Like, I get it. They want to. That's just
This award should be
fucking
for
dumb.
kids. This award should be for kids.
It's retarded.
This
Like,
should be
come
for
on.
this. I mean, you're telling me they couldn't find another sick kid?
Like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get some cancer. Okay, I'm gonna beat it.
And he's got the dip in his mouth, so he's working on it.
Yep, and then I'm gonna go in the fucking Hall of Fame. Wait, but I'm too old.
Well, yeah, and it's not that. It's not. I mean, it's really only breast cancer that gets acknowledged in the cancer world
You know,
these
men
days.
can get breast cancer. I saw that on an episode of Oz once.
They can. Yeah, they can because it's in the breast tissue.
Breast, like breast. My face was buried in them.
Ooh, there you go. So I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know Joan London. I don't know enough of her career. My girlfriend actually told me that happened a few years ago. That she had breast cancer a few years ago. So I don't know why they're.
Ronnie, you just ruined it. Dude, think about all the single girls that listen to this show, and you just announced that you have a girlfriend.
I mean, I guess it's the truth is out.
Sorry, ladies. Ronnie is not available.
But Matt is
Mad
wide.
Matt is.
He's wide available.
I'm available.
I'm
for
happily taken, and I
is.
will take that.
He is.
I love my girlfriend.
Should we start talking about WrestleMania?
Yeah, let's get into
Let's
it.
go into the matches. All right, let's go.
So let's do them. All right, so wrestling, motherfucking mania. No matter who you work for, whether you be an indie wrestler, WWE wrestler, really anybody in the world of wrestling. I mean, this is the Super Bowl, WrestleMania.
Oh, you damn right.
It's the Super Bowl. Like, there's no.
Bigger than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there's no bullshit.
Hey, honestly, though, WrestleMania is bigger than the Super Bowl. Because Super Bowl is broadcasted in what, the United States?
Yeah.
WrestleMania is broadcasted in how many countries? Like 100?
Yeah.
In how many different languages?
Worldwide,
like 70 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, WrestleMania is bigger than football, guys.
So
You didn't know?
I'm down. I got it, man. I'm right there with you. Let's see. So we got. So let's get into WrestleMania. So we've got. I'm gonna go bottom up.
That's what I always do.
So they announced something about You've got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We all know. I mean, I think Braun Strowman's probably gonna take that.
No, I think Hulk Hogan's going to make a surprise appearance.
I'm totally for that. I want to see Hulk. I want to hear that music hit. I want to see Hulk Hogan come out there. He could do it in a battle royal, no problem. If anything, if you're gonna have him do anything physical, it would be a battle royal because he would be blended in with a lot of the guys. He wouldn't have to get really physical until the last 5 guys are in there, and then he's just clotheslining dudes over the top rope.
Dude, Hogan could totally pick up Braun Strowman and the Big Show at the same time with the power of Hulkamania.
Slam him,
Dude, if he
and that
hulks
$100
up-
and some odd million he's got.
Yeah.
Shit. And so you've got that, and then let's see. So then you've got the opening matches, and then one of them was like Team Total Divas, which I can't even remember. Let's see, who the fuck was that? Paige, Natalia, and then you've got Tamina, Naomi, and there's and Summer Rae. So that's the fifth
For Total Divas?
Did I already?
No, I thought Eva Marie was on Total Divas.
Shit.
Did you say she got booed?
I'm getting fucking confused
Should we
because this doesn't
Google
even
this?
mean anything.
Here, let's talk about another match while you Google this.
All right. So then the other thing you got is I think they're going to do this as an opening match. Is you got the Usos versus the Dudleys. I mean, all props to the Dudley boys, but this match means nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. It's a card. It's a filler. I mean, there's no reason for this match to happen at all.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they should have already put the fucking tag team championships on them.
On the Usos?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or bring up Chaos and Enzo from NXT and strap it on them.
Okay, so I'm now pulling up WWE.com. So we have the Team Total Divas, which is... Oh, I know the other blonde you're thinking of, by the way. It's Eva Marie,
Okay.
Alicia Fox, Natalia, Paige, who should be in front of Brie, which she's behind her, which is bullshit because Paige is the best out of everyone.
Yeah.
And then, real quick, Natalia's had some really good matches lately. Just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, she's been stepping it up.
Yeah, well, because they finally let her fucking wrestle.
And then Eva Marie was the 5th on Team Total
On the
Divas.
5th. And then we have Lana,
There it is.
Summer Rae, Naomi, Emma, and Tamina Snuka. Why haven't they done anything with freaking Tamina Snuka?
I don't think she's
Summer Rae, too.
I don't think she's as good in the ring as they. I don't think she's that good in the ring.
Or do you think it's because her dad is a murderer?
Well, that partly, but I think it could. It's mostly because I don't think she has the talent. She has a name, and then now she doesn't even have a name because I mean, if Hulk Hogan can't say nigger, but fucking Jimmy Snuka can be a murderer. I mean, that seems a little,
Yeah, you know.
But they, so there's that match. I mean, that's just going to be. I mean, I think it's kind of cool to see them throw them all in there, but Eva Marie got fucking booed. Like, I don't even know. That was just embarrassing.
Serious question I want to throw at you right now. Okay. Let's say the WWE Network did not exist.
Okay.
And you still had to buy WrestleManias. Would you purchase this WrestleMania for $60? Or
No.
would you wait a couple hours later until you just download it?
B, I would download it.
See, every other WrestleMania I would have bought.
Yeah.
Like, I would have bought 31. I would have bought 30. But...
Quick trivia: What's the only WrestleMania that didn't sell out?
Oh, man, that's a good one.
There's only one.
I would say...
And it's also coincident. It's also the least bought. It's the least purchased WrestleMania and the only WrestleMania that didn't sell out.
I would
And if you think of the main event, it's kind of obvious.
I mean, I would probably...
And it's got a great match in it.
I would say it'd probably be WrestleMania 11.
No.
Or 13.
Yep. WrestleMania 13 is the least bought WrestleMania and the only WrestleMania that didn't sell out. WrestleMania 11 is a clusterfuck, but it's watchable in my opinion.
Yeah.
You
had Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
It was more of a current time clusterfuck, whereas looking back on it now, I mean...
And then Bret Hart and Bob Backlund.
Yeah, that's an old school.
WrestleMania 13 really only had one good match.
Yeah.
That was it.
I mean, I can't tell you any other matches besides Stone Cold and Bret Hart.
I remember the Legion of Doom and Ahmed Johnson fought the Nation of Domination.
Oh, okay, that's right.
And the main event was Undertaker and Sid.
Where Undertaker won his second title.
Yep.
Technically, they want to say his first, but his second title.
Yep.
All right, so we got that, and then we're gonna move up to. I'm gonna throw these matches together because I have a little bit of a beef with it. You got the IC title match, which they turned into a multi-person ladder match. Which
the Miz might not even be it. He looks like he might have gotten injured.
I think he denied those rumors.
Oh, okay.
So he's good to go. But why the fuck is Zack Ryder in this match?
Beats the hell out of me. So it's Zack Ryder.
Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler.
They should just cut it off right there.
Yeah, versus Sin Cara versus Zack
Why
Ryder.
the fuck is Sin Cara in this match?
Versus The Miz versus Stardust.
It's not even fucking Kalisto. And speaking of freaking Kalisto.
That's
oh my god, Ryback. You want to talk about a fucking bore fest?
That's what I was thinking they should have done. Kalisto and Ryback should have been for the U.S. title. Should have been the multi-person match.
That's retarded.
Because you could have had my idea or the match itself.
Just the match is not your idea.
Okay, yeah, because
you're a very smart guy, Ron.
The reason why I was thinking that, because at the same time, I mean, it could also be a bad idea. Because the only reason why I was thinking that is because, again, who gives a shit about Ryback and Kalisto?
Right.
So why not have Ryback versus Kalisto versus Sin Cara versus The Miz versus Stardust versus Zack Ryder for the U.S. title, and then have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn either by themselves or throw Dolph Ziggler in for a 3-way.
Or I have an even
IC.
better idea. What do you think about this? Take all those people you just said for the U.S. title, take them completely out, and just put them in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and not even have the match.
True. They're probably going to have to work double duty as it is.
Oh, my God. That's an amazing idea right
Do you think
there.
they should get rid of the U.S. title?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Now, okay, so I'm going to hold on to that thought. U.S. title, because I want to bring that up about the possible brand split that we'll finish off the show.
Okay.
Talking about the brands, but you guys are getting a little bit of behind the scenes.
Notepad almost attacked me, Ronnie.
I know. So let's see. So we got that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why Zach. I guess it was going to be Neville was going to be the guy, but then they put Zack Ryder in there.
And Neville, did Neville get injured?
Yeah, he busted his fucking ankle.
That's
like
crazy.
Big time. He's going to be out for a while. And then Luke Harper got injured. He's going to be out for like 6 to 8 months.
Hey, what do you think about Goldberg interfering in the match and costing Ryback?
That would probably be the only thing that would get a pop.
Mm-hmm.
That would actually be awesome. Honestly, Matt, that's a great idea.
Hire me. I'm right here.
Have Goldberg come back and cost Ryback the match. The fans will pop, and then you can set up a feud between Ryback and Goldberg that they could blow off by SummerSlam.
I know why Kalisto and Ryback are wrestling now.
Why?
Well, because think about it. WrestleMania is 4 hours, right? You know, people eat a lot of food. They drink a lot of fluids. You got to have a match where you get up and take a piss.
Piss match.
There's a
So the
piss match.
Divas aren't the piss match anymore. Kalisto and Ryback are. Which actually, honestly, man, I honestly feel sorry for Ryback because I think he had some momentum going. I think he really did. He had figured out a way to interact with the fans. He was coming out with the beanie and the necklace. He's ripping the necklace off, giving it to the fans, taking the beanie off, putting it on the kids, and it was a good way for him to interact. I really think he could have been someone, since Titus O'Neil isn't allowed to touch anyone that's white. I think that Ryback.
You
could
popped me. You popped me. That was good.
That's fuck. I think Ryback could have been the guy to pick up where John Cena, when John Cena's hurt, and do like a lot of the charity stuff. For kids.
That was good. That was a good one. That was great.
I mean,
You said that so nice and calmly too.
it's the fucking truth. I mean, call me racist. I don't care. I just call it how it is. And then you got the New Day versus the League of Nations.
Oh my God! Really? This is
Which
it's just getting worse and worse. Are you gonna name a good match?
I'm
yet,
getting
or what?
there. I'm getting there.
I swear.
So-
See, the IC title, man. If they just, it could have been such a dope match.
Do you think they should have done just Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, or maybe a 3-way with Dolph Ziggler?
See,
Because Ziggler gets lost in the shuffle a lot.
he does. I mean, I think a 3-way would have been dope because a 3-way ladder match would actually be sick. Have they ever done a 3-way ladder match?
Not to my
I can't
immediate
recall any.
knowledge, no.
You know,
They've done
had-
more than that, but never just a triple threat ladder match. Dude, again.
When's the last time they did? Dude, correct me if I'm wrong. The last time they actually had a 2-person ladder match was Triple H and The Rock at SummerSlam. I can't think of any ladder match after that just had 2 people.
Yeah, there was a large chunk where I wasn't watching, so I don't know if JBL and Rey Mysterio had one or anything like that.
I don't think so,
Because they were
bro.
going at it for the Intercontinental title for a while.
Because those were cool, man, when they used to just do those 2 people.
It made it more special.
And I think a 3-way would be even doper, too, you know?
Yeah, it'd add some... it'd add a little bit of...
Or 4, but I think you always got to cap it at, 4.
yeah,
When you have
anything
6,
more
it
than
kind of
that.
gets, like last year. I mean, it was cool, the one with Daniel Bryan winning. But I think I just marked out because Daniel Bryan won the IC
Yeah.
title. Yeah.
And then had to give it away. So
We
then
love you, Daniel.
Yeah. So then there's the New Day versus the League of Nations.
Ronnie's still rocking your beard.
Yeah. And then that match, I mean, they haven't set the New Day up as a proper face team, even though the New Day gets cheered, even though people buy their merch. They're not set up on TV as a proper face team. So you basically have 2 heel teams fighting each other
Now,
at WrestleMania.
would you put the League of Gayness in the same category as Vicky Guerrero Heat?
No, because the League of Nations just suck, and at least Vicky Guerrero had a reason to like. I think the League of like Sheamus by himself, I don't hate.
Yeah, right.
So
I don't hate any of them by
Yeah,
themselves.
well, Del Rio can get the fuck out of here, man.
You know, see, here's the thing though. Like, I don't really like Del Rio, but he's actually a very good wrestler.
He is. It's just his character's so fucking boring.
It is.
I get
It's
so
super-
tired of the stereotypical beaner shit, Mexican shit, whatever. And
he should become one of the Lucha Dragons.
I'm saying that referencing him because he does the Pedro Torridri. Anyway,
I like Doritos. You know.
we're gonna get caught for that one. But anyway, it's not like we have an FCC to worry about. So then we got Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte.
Oh, finally, a good match.
Which, I mean, that seems to be the top match
Of WrestleMania.
of the card. Not really much to say about that. I mean, I think all three of those women are doing excellent.
Absolutely.
I mean, way far surpassing what was expected of them.
As much as I hate to say this, I wish Ric Flair wouldn't be at the ringside for the match.
No, I get what you're saying, and I think eventually he's gonna phase himself out. I think what will happen is Charlotte will become such a heel that she'll eventually get rid of Ric Flair,
I just don't want.
or he'll cost her the match at WrestleMania.
I just don't want him to interfere. That's funny. I was actually just gonna say I don't want him to interfere. I want it to just be like a nice, clean, good match.
Yeah, I think they're trying to do what they can to establish Charlotte as a heel, and I think since you have the PC politically correct WWE culture, they don't want the women calling each other bitches. And like, really, I mean, these women could go at it and get some real heat on each other if they could actually act how women who hate each other act.
Yeah.
But they can't. They have to act like friends that just kind of disagree.
Who do you want to win?
Sasha Banks.
Damn right.
Hands down.
That's the boss.
That's the boss.
Okay.
But I don't have anything wrong with Becky Lynch if she wins. I don't think Becky Lynch should get that belt yet. She needs to she needs to stay where she's at.
I could see Sasha and Becky like a SummerSlam or something like that.
That'd be rad. And then maybe set up Charlotte.
We
and
still got to
somebody
throw
else.
Paige back into the mix, though.
Or have
man.
Charlotte and then Emma start a feud.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty rad. Because Emma fucking has stepped it up big time.
Yeah. No, she really has. We still got to bring Paige back in the mix somehow, though, because she is great.
Yeah, I don't know if
in the ring, everything.
Yeah, I don't know if she had a concussion. I know she had a concussion, and I know that put her out. But I personally think she has heat backstage.
Oh, for sure.
For being just an immature broad. And then you
but
got
Eva Marie gets a push.
Yeah, serious. So then you have Dean Ambrose versus the Beast.
That's going to be a sick match.
Brock Lesnar. Do you think they're going to go blood?
They have to.
They have to.
Well, see, wait, now I don't know, though, because of the main event. Can you have two matches where there's color?
Ah, man, you just brought... Well, you have three matches where there could be potential color. You got Shane and Undertaker in a cell.
Yep.
So that's got to have color.
Yep.
Reigns and Triple H. That they're trying to...
They've been bleeding up until the freaking thing.
So you're going to have three matches with color? And by color, we mean blood, if you got for the layman.
Yep.
I don't know, man. That's a great question. Because you got Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. That's a street fight. Do you think
Ric Flair's going to get busted open?
That'd be rad. I don't know if they're going to do the whole T-shirt and jeans street fight thing, where they show up in T-shirt and jeans and fight each other. I hope they don't. I know that's what Dean Ambrose wears.
Do you think Lesnar would show up in a T-shirt and jeans?
No.
He's going to show up in his MMA
I think he just show up in the MMA shit, and then that's just going to be like a ridiculous,
It's going to be an insane match.
It's going to be an insane match. If you've seen anything from Dean Ambrose and CZW, I mean, dude was fucking...
Hey, I've been kind of liking the build-up with Terry Funk and Mick Foley.
That was
handed
cool.
him the chainsaw
and the barbed wire bat. That was sick. And then you got Shane and Undertaker. We all know, what's going on there. How do you think Shane's been doing with his recent return?
Here's the thing about Shane McMahon. He's a McMahon. So whether he's gone for 10 years or 5 years, he's always going to come back on point.
Yeah.
Every time. Like when Vince was gone for a while, he came back and started doing this thing recently, and he's been fine. When you grew up in the business, you're never going to mess up. Same thing with Stephanie. Stephanie is so underrated as a heel. It's stupid. Stephanie is such a good heel.
Yeah, she could be like the top. Like she should be like the mean boss of the company now.
She puts people in their place.
Yeah.
And she really is, though, too. But no, I think it'll be a really good match. I know Shane's been training fucking gnarly for this match.
Yeah.
He's been busting all those training videos. I think he's probably in the best shape he's ever been in.
No, yeah, and he's 46.
And I mean, I just think back of all the crazy matches he had with Kurt Angle, with Kane, even with his dad. Like,
do you think putting him in a cell is going to limit his spot ability? Because Shane's kind of a spot guy. Do you think being in a cell is going to limit him, or do you think they'll find a way to get out of the cell?
Oh, they're definitely going to get out of the cell.
You think so?
I could see, and I'm going to call this right now.
Okay.
And if they do this, it'll be sick. They get out of the cell. Okay. Shane somehow knocks Undertaker out onto the table, climbs up to the top of the cell,
and then dives off for an elbow drop.
That would be sick. But I could also see Undertaker moving out of the way.
And then Shane falling through the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, Shane fell off that 70-foot thing with
right
Steve
through the plywood.
Blackman?
Yeah.
And then one time he was really high up and he elbow dropped the Big Show, and then Tess had to pick him up or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Shane, I can't wait to see. Shane's always been one of those guys. He's not super technical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he always makes it look good, just like his dad, except a little bit better.
Yeah, I can't say anything about Vince in the ring. He does what he can.
Exactly.
And then So you've got Shane and Undertaker. Do you think? We'll go over the results real quick after that, and then the main event: Roman Reigns and Triple H. Which I mean, they're doing their best. God help them. You know, they're doing their best to get people into that match. Triple H is doing everything he can,
and it ain't working.
And it's not working.
Roman Reigns needs to somehow turn heel.
Turn heel. Yeah.
How do you do that? What does he win the title? Dean Ambrose comes out to celebrate with him, and then he beats the crap out of Dean Ambrose, and then sets up that feud. Like, how do you even do that?
You're stuck, man. I don't really know. It's kind of. I mean, Undertaker's in a lose-lose situation because it's like he loses, he lost to Shane McMahon. And he wins, he just beat Shane McMahon. We lose. All
right, so here we go. This is what I'm gonna do right now, Ronnie, and then you can do the same thing with me. Okay, and we're start from the bottom. Ladder match. Who wins?
Ladder. I'm gonna say Kevin Owens retains.
Okay, Usos and Dudleys.
Dudleys. Oh no, Usos. I'm sorry.
Kalisto, Ryback.
Ryback.
Okay. New Day, League of Nations.
League of Nations.
Okay. Battle Royal.
Strowman. Braun Strowman.
Divas match.
Divas match. Sasha Banks.
Okay. Not so you think's gonna win.
Yeah. These are all who I think is gonna win.
Ambrose and Lesnar.
Lesnar.
Okay. McMahon and Undertaker.
I have to say 50-50.
You gotta give me an answer.
Then I'm gonna say Taker because of the way they showed Raw. So I'm gonna say Taker's gonna win.
Reigns and Triple H.
Reigns, obviously. So then we'll go to you. IC title. What do you got?
I think I'm gonna throw a curveball, and I'm gonna say that Sami Zayn's gonna win.
Okay. No, that's I like that. And then what to like help start a feud between
that and to help really get Sami Zayn over. I mean, he's already over, but to really like
set him up on the main roster. Okay.
And set up like a crazy feud between him leading up to SummerSlam.
Okay, there you go. I like it. Usos and Dudleys.
I'm gonna go with the Usos, and I'll tell you why. How many matches the Dudleys won since they've been back? 0, 1?
Yeah, barely.
And then they're gonna have them go over at WrestleMania? I don't think so.
Good point.
And the Usos are young; they're trying to rebuild them. So.
What about the multiple divas match? The Team Total Divas versus the team.
Oh, I didn't ask you that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Team Total Divas is gonna win.
Oh.
Well, like
I guess Team Total Divas, and I guarantee that match is gonna be like 5 minutes.
Yeah. By the way, Lana did a crazy jumping roundhouse that was pretty badass.
I'm gonna have to check that. I gotta rewatch or watch the rest of Raw when I get home.
You should check it out. Lana does a jump. You can see her getting ready for it, and I was like, "What's she gonna do? She's gonna fuck this up." And then she does a jumping roundhouse that actually looked pretty badass.
I like jumping roundhouses.
I was like, "Damn."
Could she do one to me?
Yeah, ask. You know, we're gonna try and get you set up with Bailey.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yes.
New Day, League of Nations.
I'm gonna go with the New Day.
Okay. Kalisto, Ryback.
Oh man, see, I don't even know. I guess I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go with Kalisto.
Okay. Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
I don't even know half the people in it, but I guess I'm gonna go with Braun Strowman.
Okay. Sasha, Becky, Charlotte.
Sasha.
Ambrose and Lesnar.
You know, I'm gonna throw a curve because Ambrose has been really losing a lot lately. And I don't know how the fuck he's going to do it, but he's going to beat Brock Lesnar.
You think so? Yeah, it's good because the fact of it being a street fight, Lesnar doesn't have to lose clean. So, you know.
Either that, I mean, I'm going to go with Ambrose, but if Lesnar does win, it's going to be like he beat the shit out of Ambrose. Ambrose got in a shitload of licks too, but Lesnar gives him like 3 F5s, like through a table, onto the stairs, like gnarly. See, I personally think it should have been Last Man Standing, but.
There you go. Again,
book me.
That's a little
hire me.
Yeah. The 10 count thing with Last Man Standing is a little weird, but I like where you're going with it.
I was thinking about it because Lesnar got up from an F5, or Dean Ambrose got up from an F5.
Oh, okay, so I see what you're saying. Dude, you should just start your own wrestling company.
And then the last one, or
Shane McMahon versus Undertaker.
I have to go with Undertaker.
Okay.
He's lost one time at WrestleMania. That was to Brock Lesnar. You can't ever bet against the Undertaker at WrestleMania. You can't.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Unless there's some sort of crazy interference where, or here's a twist. What do you think about this one? What do you think about this? Here's the ending. Undertaker, tombstone Shane McMahon, and then lets Shane cover him for the 3.
I love it. So tombstone Shane, puts Shane out, then Undertaker lays down and put Shane's arm on top of him.
Yep.
And then 1, 2, 3. You know what? I like that, and I think that could happen just because I can't see Vince McMahon called The Undertaker his bitch, and there's no repercussions for Vince McMahon for it. And I don't think that they would. If they do allow that to happen, then WWE's in some serious issues creatively. I like it. I love it. Roman Reigns versus Triple H.
I'm gonna throw a curveball.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Triple H retains.
What?
I'll tell you why. Think about it. Everyone and their mother thinks Roman Reigns is gonna win.
People are ready to boo.
Ready to boo, right? And you can't have that. You can have Roman Reigns boo with all their sponsors, with everyone there.
With their
Right.
worked 100,000 people number.
So here it is. They have a clean match. Okay, hard fought match. Triple H wins. Okay, Roman Reigns loses his shit. Okay, beats or something crazy to Triple H. Right? They rematch the next night on Raw. Okay, and when Roman's now a heel and then wins the title.
Okay. No, you're yeah, I like it.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? I mean, Roman Reigns. I mean, fuck. I mean, more than likely. I mean, they might have Roman. Most likely can have fucking but it's like it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, WrestleMania is going to let us know if we're going to start seeing changes or if it's just going to be business as usual. Do you think that we're going to see a brand split? There's been a lot of rumors going around about it.
It didn't work before. I don't know why they do it again. I mean,
well, I think WWE saw it as a success, even though I mean, I didn't. The main reason why I didn't like it, and I understand looking back on it now, I understand why they did it, because they had such a huge roster.
Exactly, but not only did they have a huge roster, though, they had a huge roster with a bunch of big names.
Yeah,
they don't have that right now.
Yeah.
Like who are you going to put on each show? I mean, because SmackDown. Let's be honest, no one really watches SmackDown like that anymore. I mean, they used to a little bit, when they had like the Undertaker on it and Randy Orton.
Because they were the flagship people. You knew Undertaker was going to be on SmackDown.
Yeah, so you had to watch it, which I thought was stupid. Undertaker should have stayed on Raw, obviously, but whatever.
It's because Paul Heyman was writing SmackDown at the time, and he wanted the Undertaker.
Undertaker's company man, so he does whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can't see who would even be on each show. I mean, there's just not enough talent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough talent, but there's not enough known talent. Like, there's not enough wrestlers are over, either as a heel or a baby. You know what I mean? Because it's like, what are you going to have? Like Stardust and Fandango. And
I don't think that fans are. I don't think they would follow the brand split too. I don't think fans. Yeah, the fans followed the brand split before because you had just had the downfall of WCW. Fans were looking for something to invest back into. They like the idea of Raw and SmackDown fighting with each other, but you don't really have that kind of mentality anymore.
And also, too, I think because the brand split came right at the maybe like a year or two after the Attitude Era, right?
Yep.
So you still had a lot of those hardcore fans kind of still hooked in. You know what I mean? Where now, you still have a lot of hardcore fans, but a lot of those Attitude Era fans are obviously gone because you can just tell the ratings are half what they were back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that. So it's like I don't think you have enough fan base. I mean, if you look at the SmackDown audience, they're not hardcore fans. That's the family show.
That's the family show, and they don't even give you the correct. They edit the crowd reactions too, so it's like
you hear cheers and then you see everyone booing. It's weird.
But see now, and I'll end with this. As a fan, are you insulted by what WWE is giving you as entertainment?
Yes.
Do you feel insulted?
I do.
Do you think that WWE thinks we're stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
I agree with you.
They do. And here's the thing. I think we're going to touch base on this real quick before we end the show. I know you want to talk about it. Did you want to talk about the U.S. title for a second?
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit. Fuck it. We'll end on the.
We can talk about it. Give a little conversation.
We're at 58 minutes.
58 minutes? But it's WrestleMania.
All right.
We can go over a couple minutes for WrestleMania, right?
What do you got?
So, U.S. title needs to be done.
Get rid of it?
Get rid of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's so meaningless.
Yeah, it has no anything.
The wrestlers, Taz says this a lot. And we hate Taz, obviously.
Fuck Taz.
Fuck Taz.
Matt listens to Taz. This is a split thing. I don't like Taz for not personal reasons. I don't know the guy personally. I think he's a douche.
But either the man makes the title or the title makes the man.
Yeah.
Right. So right now, Kevin Owens is making the Intercontinental title.
He's bringing it back.
Right? Same thing that they're trying to do with Daniel Bryan. where you know what I mean. Same thing with John Cena. John Cena made the the U.S. title. You know, he brought it. He gave it meaning again, right?
Yep, with the U.S. Open
And
challenges.
then they put it on Kalisto to try to build Kalisto, and it did absolutely nothing. Nobody cares about
Yeah.
Kalisto. Don't get me wrong, Kalisto's a sick wrestler. I mean, honestly though, I don't like the masks. I think the masks kill it for me. I
Okay.
think they're stupid.
You don't like the lucha thing?
Nah, I don't mind it. I think
His personal masks are
personal
stupid?
masks are just fucking retarded.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
some of
they
the
need-
masks in Lucha Underground are sick.
Yeah, if they had like a mask like that, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man. I just feel like you're not Rey Mysterio. Just go away.
No, yeah.
Hey,
Rey
who-
Mysterio is supposed to. He debuted on Lucha Underground last week.
You know, honestly though, if Rey Mysterio was like in his prime, like I'm not talking about when he first came to WWE. I'm talking about when he was in WCW.
Like mid '90s.
Had like a match with Kalisto, they'd have an early ass.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, WWE. The Kalisto is just for the kids and just for when they go over to Mexico and to bring the Mexican fans in because they need the luchador. Same thing with Sin Cara.
All right.
You know.
So let's end the show on this rating scale: 1 to 10 on WrestleMania. This WrestleMania.
What I think it's going to be, or like, let's see. I think WrestleMania is going to be. Let's see. What WrestleMania are we go? What's our base? What's the 10 out of 10 WrestleMania, in your opinion?
A 10 out of 10 WrestleMania is I'm just enthralled the whole
Well,
show.
like give me like. Would you say 17 was a 10 out of 10, or
Okay,
3
I
was a
would
10 out of
say-
10?
I would say 17.
Okay.
WrestleMania 3 obviously was huge.
Okay.
You know, I'd say WrestleMania 10 just because that was my first WrestleMania. So,
Okay.
which actually it had a pretty good card. You know, WrestleMania 15,
I like 15. I like 14 too.
14, great WrestleMania 2.
So let's say 17 and 3 is the benchmark.
17.
So compared
3.
to that, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5.
Can I go 5.5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 5.5.
5.5. Fair enough. You know, I think that's
You know what? I'll give it a 6.
a 6.
Simply because Undertaker and Shane and Ambrose Lesnar and the Diva match.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. I'm hoping that they'll provide better, and I'm hoping that they'll prove me wrong. WWE does that a lot. You know, they pull it out when you don't think they can. I'm also not going to blame WWE. I mean, they've had a ridiculous amount of injuries. I mean, think of all the people they're missing,
They are, but they
and
really
they're doing a good,
they
an okay
could've-
job.
We didn't even talk about a match at WrestleMania. We're missing one.
What?
You don't know which one we're talking about?
Obviously not.
AJ Styles.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. All right. Well, looks like we got to talk about that match now.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, we totally missed that one because that's like the last edition. They just added
Here's
that
what
on
I got
Raw.
to say though. We are hardcore wrestling fans, and the fact that we missed that match just shows how bad WWE is doing of promoting it. We knew about the Total Divas match and forgot about the AJ Styles match.
Yeah,
What does that tell you, WWE?
they're not promoting it properly, or I'm an idiot, one or the other.
Yeah, a little both.
I'm gonna
Both of us.
say, I'm gonna say,
We're both idiots.
I'm gonna say AJ Styles is gonna take it.
Oh, for sure, he is.
I think it's gonna be a good match too.
I think it'll be a really, really good match. I just wish this wasn't the third or the fourth time now that they're
Fourth.
wrestling. I wish that I wish this would have been the third match.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. No, they definitely this should have been the blow off.
So here's what they should have done. They should have had after Jericho beat him again. They should have been like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, we both won a match. Awesome. You know, we respect each other. Cool, great. Now they're a tag team. They do that. The Y2K or where the fuck that was. You know, they split up or however you have it, and then then you have that third match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think the match is going to steal the show. Actually, I think it's going to be really, really good. I wish it was Chris Jericho 7 years ago, but
Hey, I mean
he does ZDP yoga.
he's doing what he can. You know, he's doing pretty well.
He is. He really does though. And honestly,
And his heel business is killing
he
it.
is doing off the chart. Like he's talking shit to cameramen.
Yeah.
Like he's talking.
It's
shit
old
to
school
fans. He's
shit.
ripping up signs.
It's old school
Like, he's
shit, man. I'm
going
loving
nuts.
it.
I love it.
Everyone, take note. All the wrestlers should be watching Chris Jericho and be doing what all the heels should be doing what Chris Jericho's doing. Him and Kevin Owens right now are the best heels
Hands
in
down.
WWE.
Dude, Kevin Owens though, dude, come on, how fucking funny is he on the microphone when he's doing
He's
commentary
hilarious.
talking shit to Michael Cole?
Yeah, and if you catch some of his comments during matches, they're pretty funny too.
Like when he's talking shit to Byron Saxton. Too.
Yeah. Shut up, Cole. Which I completely resonate that. I hate Michael Cole.
You've never liked Michael Cole though,
He sucks.
but I think I know why you hate Michael Cole
Why?
because he took JR's spot.
Partly, yeah, and he just sucks. He doesn't have the like. Jim Ross and even Vince McMahon as an announcer, and especially Gorilla Monsoon, they got you excited because they showed excitement. Michael Cole sucks. He doesn't get you into the match.
I didn't mind him on SmackDown. I saw him as a decent SmackDown announcer.
He could be like a main event announcer or something.
But. Well, is there anything we want to talk about? I mean, fuck, it's a WrestleMania show. Are we good?
I think we're set.
I think we're set.
Yeah.
So, real quick, do you want to? How can they find us? What are they going to do?
They can hit us, shoot us a tweet at EscapeTheCage31 on Twitter, and hit us
Send us an email.
So you can send us a tweet at EscapeTheCage31, or you can send us an email at escapethecagepodcast@gmail.com.
And SoundCloud?
And you can find us on SoundCloud and YouTube. Just Google Escape the Cage or just search Escape the Cage Podcast.
Do we even have a Facebook still? We have one, don't we?
Yeah, but I don't really mess with it too much. They censor too much.
Yeah. If you guys want, you can still like us there.
Yeah, you still like us.
Follow us on Twitter.
Send
us some emails.
We're going to be doing some interviews, doing some more show. This is episode 8. So.
The next episode, the WrestleMania recap, is going to be an amazing episode. So guys, definitely don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah, we may even go.
You want to hear some gnarly, crazy Mad Matt shit talk? You just wait.
That may be like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hour show.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
So we're gonna have some ranting to do.
Oh, we're gonna rant. We're gonna rile. And I think we should try to do it if we can. We'll do it during the week, like right after Raw, so we can kind of compile both in there.
Sounds
kind
good.
Of the WrestleMania and then the Raw, and then we can kind of combine, what we thought of. Because it's kind of like a 2-day thing, I feel like.
Yeah, totally.
Because think about it, we'll talk about NXT, we'll talk about WrestleMania, we'll talk about the Raw right after. Because the Raw right after is supposed to be the best Raw of the year.
Yeah, the best Raws of the year is supposed to be the one right before and right after WrestleMania. So.
Well, this Raw wasn't that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are supposed to be, but.
So.
Well, that's the show. I'm your host, Rotten Ronnie.
I'm the co-host, Mad Matt.
And we'll see you next week. Get ready for NXT TakeOver on Friday, WrestleMania on Sunday, and fuck off.